Ladies and gentlemen, on the phone here at College Top 40, we have Andrea Godin. How are you?
I am great. I'm excited to be here. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well.
Awesome. Good to hear.
Andrea Godin is a Canadian pop sensation rising to stardom very, very quickly here in the States. So you've got a very, very unique sound. I absolutely love your music. Been kind of stalking your music a little bit over the last week or so. Tell me about your musical influences. How do you get the sound that you have?
Thank you. I'm glad you like my music. I've performed, before songwriting, I performed a lot of different genres and covers. I first started out with covers from the movie Annie, Aretha Franklin, Chain of. One of the very songs I ever remember hearing in my life was Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith. Pretty random, but I absolutely love that song. And then Destiny's Child, some of the newer stuff like that. I think I take my inspiration from a lot of different sounds, and I kind of just make it my own.
That's good. So you take all of these different genres and different sounds from all these people, and you kind of blend it all together. I think that's a key thing that's most important in the music industry nowadays, is that way you don't kind of get that same sound that everybody has. And I think that's what makes you so unique. Yeah,
it's always interesting to experiment with different sounds.
Good. Hey, so you released your debut EP in 2010. Tell me about that project.
Those were some of the first songs I ever wrote, so it was really cool to see the whole project come together from beginning to end. It was a long process, but it was definitely worth the hard work. Those songs were my first songs that I had on iTunes, some of the first originals that I ever performed. And I got to work with some really cool producers, Dave McWilliams and Carl Jennings. He was one of my first producers as well. He really helped me along the way to put the project together as well. So, some of them I still perform occasionally, actually. So, yeah. It seems like it's so long ago that I released that, but I guess it's only 5 years ago.
Yeah, five years goes by kind of quick.
Yeah.
All right, so then after that debut EP, you kind of released a series of singles like Need a Minute and The Melody, Pages, Bullet, and Hot Summer. Now, Hot Summer is the really fun one. Tell me about those singles. How did all of those come about, that series of singles that you were putting out?
Yeah, I write a lot of those, actually all of them, on my guitar, and we just kind of produce them. We choose kind of the sound we're going for and use them into the vision that I have for them. And Hot Summer and Bullet are the ones that stand out for me. I still have them in my show, still perform them, and I get such great feedback from them. So I just like to keep them in there because people really enjoy them. And we did a video shoot for Hot Summer.
Yeah, it's a great
video. And we were kind of worried because, we're kind of worried because we didn't want it to rain during a Hot Summer video shoot. But we lucked out. Yeah, I mean, we're not in California, we're in Canada, right? So you never know. But
right.
Yeah, so we lucked out with a really hot day and great crowds to kind of made the feel of the video better, the crowds that we had there. And I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, you definitely have that feel to it.
Yeah.
You've got the popsicle there with you, and you're kind of vibing to your music. It's a really cute video. I love it a lot.
Yeah, we had a blast at the shoot.
Yeah, you've also kind of opened up for some pretty big acts, actually, like Nick Cannon's group 4 Count and Aaron Carter. Tell me, how did that come about?
Well, the 4 Count one was kind of interesting. Me and my manager were at the Much Music Video Awards here in Canada, and we were standing in the burger line, and 4 Count happened to be in the line as well. And their manager came up to me, and he's like, do you know the song Epic? I'm like, yeah, I love that song. And he's like, oh, these are the artists that do it. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So we exchanged contact information, and that's pretty much how it came about. We planned for me to open for some of their shows. It was a really great experience because their fans are so into pop music. A lot of teenage girls, and they were really into the show. It was really cool.
Yeah, so I guess to all of my young pop sensations out there, or aspiring pop sensations, go to a music festival, go to a show, hang out in the burger line, and bam, there you have it. You're going to be on tour with the likes of Nick Cannon's group, as well as Aaron Carter. How did the Aaron Carter openings for all of his U.S. tour dates, how did that happen?
That one's not an exciting story of how we booked the show, but managers talked, and it just kind of happened. So,
typical
fans,
music business, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So his fans, again, just like 4 Count fans, really into pop music, a great opportunity to showcase my style of music. And I met some awesome people at the show. So
good. We want to break you farther into the United States pop industry. Your sound is something that the United States really, really needs at this point. And I'd love for you to break farther in the pop industry, and College Top 40 on behalf of us, we're definitely going to do our part. But let's talk about your newest single, Falling, which was actually released on your birthday, and it's now in our rotation here at College Top 40. So my listeners, you're definitely going to be hearing that quite a bit. But let's talk about that. How did that all come about?
Yeah, that was actually the best birthday present I could ask for. I was in the studio with the Reza brothers. They're the producers that I've been working with, and we always start from scratch. We go into the studio, never really knowing what's going to happen or what kind of song we're going to come up with. And we just started with the basic beat, and we kind of wrote like a rough melody, and everything just kind of flows together. Once you get the beat going, once you're bouncing around ideas, everything just slowly comes together. And we wanted to make a song that was relatable and easy to sing along with, especially for live shows. So I think this turned out pretty much exactly how we were envisioning it. So it's been really great, and again, really good feedback. So I've been really happy with it.
Yeah, it's interesting you said that it's catchy and it's easy to sing along with, because that was literally the first thing that came to mind when I was listening to it. I was like, man, this is catchy. I like this. All right, like I can vibe to this. Okay, so yeah, and on your birthday, did you guys pick that release date specifically because it was your birthday, or was that it just kind of fell that way, or how did that happen?
Yeah, we just kind of thought, well, why don't we release it on my birthday? And then we just kind of went with it. So yeah, really cool birthday present.
Yeah, that's an amazing birthday present. Now, again, because I've been kind of stalking a little bit of your career here lately. Now, you mentioned in an interview after the Mac and Cheese Festival, you mentioned your one of your dreams would be to collaborate with Beyonce. Is there any other people that you'd like to collaborate, or is Beyonce like the peak of it all?
Well, Beyonce for sure, but this is always a really tough question because I listen to so many different genres of music that it's such a tough choice. There's so many talented artists. I think that I did mention recently that is definitely John Mayer. He has one of my favorite songs, Edge of Desire.
Ooh, yeah.
And I just think, yeah, do you know that one?
Yeah, my friend in high school, my best friend was the biggest John Mayer fan. So anytime we were in the car, John Mayer was playing. So I've kind of adapted a little bit of a fandom for him. Yeah,
I really love his music. It's so deep and a little bit soulful, and I feel like it works well with my sound. And yeah, it's such a tough choice. I mean, I listen to so many different artists, so I think John Mayer would be the one that I'm going for right now. Okay, well, we'll definitely have to collaborate and see if we can get a hold of John Mayer's manager so that way we can collaborate, because Andrea wants to work with him. So do you have any tour dates coming up? How can fans get in, come and see you live? Because you are a really great performer. You've always got your background dancers with you, and you just have fun on stage. How can we get more people to come watch you perform? Yeah, I love being on stage. It's one of my favorite parts of doing music. So I've actually been focusing on my EP right now in the studio, writing, recording, and I'll be announcing my 2016 tour dates very shortly. So everybody can stay tuned on my Twitter and my Facebook and my website, because I always keep it up to date. Definitely. Well, so how can the fans get in, how can they stay connected with you? That way they do know exactly when those tour dates drop, so that way they can make sure they get their show tickets and get out there to see you. Every time I post a show date on my website, I tweet it everywhere, I post it everywhere. So as long as they check back, a couple times a week, they should be able to see everything that I'm up to. So yeah. Good. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today here on College Top 40. And this has been fun. I think this is the start of a good friendship and the start of some really, really great music coming to the United States from you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.